Grand Rising, and welcome to another segment of CLG Viewpoint. I'm Cindy Lorraine Grais, and it is an absolute honor and a pleasure to have you here with me today. Today, it is Tuesday, June the 3rd, 2025, a brand new month. Time is sure flying by. In the Kingdom of Canada, it's Divina Anima, day 8, year 0035. Well, each segment, I like to start with a sage clearing. Some of you who have come here before, you're familiar with the process, but for some of you new people, this is a process of clearing all the negative energies that are around you in your space and my space. I take a sage stick like this, and then I light it up. And I start the clearing process, and I say, all low energy entities, you are healed, and you are sent back to your perfect place. And so it is. I'm divine love. I am divine gratitude. Today, we will be covering why you feel better hugging and touching a tree. International news: Egypt plans to build a new desert city. Yes, a new desert city supplied with rerouted Nile River water. Local news: an update on the BC ostrich farm find. Crews douse EV fire in Abbotsford Costco parking lot. Over $500 worth of groceries stolen. Saanich police seek suspect. Why food banks say they shouldn't exist. And hundreds line up for Surrey condo flash sale. Units discounted by 25%. Now on to the video.
If you want an immediate infusion of good, life-affirming, positive energies, the tree will transmit it into your body immediately as soon as you touch it. Negative ions. It's the positive ions that are not healthy for us because they're created by friction on metal. And the tree roots go many feet away from here. These are 50-year-old trees. So they have huge ground. They're deep in the ground and they spread out. So you're getting all this wonderful negative energy from touching the tree. It doesn't get any simpler than that for you to get a free infusion of good energies if you're aware and you know that you can do that. You won't feel it. But believe me, they keep from you. Nobody talks about it.
I hug a tree every day. I certainly do. It really helps me, grounds me, actually. It feels really good within the soul. And now on to international news. Egypt plans to build a new desert city supplied with rerouted Nile River water. Business Insider Africa. June the 2nd, 2025. Egypt announced plans on Sunday to construct a new city in the desert, rerouting roughly 7% of its annual Nile River water quota away from fertile delta regions. Egypt plans to build a new city named Grais City to address urban and economic challenges. The project involves redirecting 7% of Nile River water quota to support urban and agriculture expansion. Key features include residential areas, commercial zones, a yacht marina, and a free economic zone. Egypt announced plans on Sunday to construct a new city in the desert, rerouting roughly 7% of its annual river water quota. The diverted water will pass through upscale glass-fronted residential areas before reaching a large-scale agricultural zone, according to Reuters. Amid growing water scarcity, energy challenges, and an escalating economic crisis, the government hopes the ambitious project will enhance the value of state-owned assets and drive up land prices. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli described it as part of Egypt's push for non-traditional, innovative ideas to spur economic growth and development. Around 10 million cubic meters of Nile water will be redirected daily to the new 6.8 million square meter Jordanian city, located about 42 kilometers west of downtown Cairo, according to developers. The water will also support irrigation for the 2.28 million acre New Delta agriculture project. Development will feature residential areas, commercial zones, a yacht marina, and a designated free economic zone, signaling a blend of urban expansion and economic ambition. Urban dreams beyond Cairo's congestion. The vision for the Jordanian city is unfolding in tandem with the construction of Egypt's $58 billion new administrative capital project located east of Cairo, as part of the government's broader effort to ease congestion in the capital and transform the country's urban landscape through ambitious infrastructure and real estate projects. Earlier this year, Egyptian billionaire Naguib Sawiris called for a reassessment of the country's large-scale development projects, emphasizing its heavy reliance on foreign currency and the financial strain that they impose. Now, on to local news. Update: BC ostrich farm find. Global news, June the 2nd, 2025. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency says it has fined a BC ostrich farm $20,000 as the farm continues to defy a cull order. And on to the video, which is courtesy of Global News.
Canadian Food Inspection Agency says it has fined a BC ostrich farm $20,000 for failing to cooperate with anti-avian flu measures as the owners continue to resist a cull order. The agency says the farm failed to follow federal regulations, including not reporting cases of illness and death at their farm. It comes as U.S. officials, including Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Dr. Oz, both weighed in on the case, urging Canadian officials not to kill the birds. The CFIA ordered the birds destroyed at Universal Ostrich Farm in Edgewood, BC, near Vernon in December after avian flu was found. The farm fought for a court injunction, and that stalled the order.
Personal thoughts. Do you think that the BC ostrich farm's 400 healthy ostriches should be annihilated, culled? Something to think about. But many think not. Over $500 worth of groceries stolen. Saanich police seek suspect. Check news, written by Liz Brown, May 31st, 2025. Saanich police have updated photos of a suspect that they hope will help identify an individual that allegedly stole more than $500 of groceries in Saanich. On Saturday, April 19th, Saanich police received a report that two females entered a grocery store in the 700 block of Royal Oak Drive in Saanich. According to police, the suspect walked out of the store with a full cart of unpaid groceries. When the security guard approached the suspect, the individual threatened the security guard, then hopped into a Bluebird cab and left the area. Saanich police are asking the public to help identify the suspects in the photos who is suspected of stealing more than $500 of groceries. The suspect is described as a female in her 30s with a slim build, purple and red hair, and was seen wearing a burgundy hoodie with Harvard written on it. An olive green backpack, white and light purple headphones, dark colored track pants, beige sneakers, and white sunglasses. Why food banks say they shouldn't exist. Video courtesy of CBC about 5 months ago. And here is the video.
Right now, we're using food banks to get you through the month, to get you through the year, and to get you through the decade. And that's just not what they were ever designed for.
Food banks are part of the inefficiency. We're just a middle vehicle, right? You can give the money directly to people. That's what food banks out of business is saying that we should be doing.
We've been asking ourselves, what would be the policy change that would make the biggest, best impact on the problem we're trying to solve? The answer for us was basic income.
It can cost up to $90,000 to house one person in a shelter. That's enough for a basic income for at least 3, maybe 4 people. Severe food insecurity has increased by 50% in the last year. It's just a matter of dignity. People should not have to come to food banks and line up at food banks to be able to feed themselves.
We need to be ambitious here and imagine a time when they don't exist, but we can also be realistic. Food banks or some version of that model, they might still exist for those briefest of emergencies.
My personal thoughts. In the Kingdom of Canada, under natural law, where we go one, where we go all groceries. You can find that information at thekingdomofcanada.ca. Yes, thekingdomofcanada.ca. Cruise douse EV fire in Abbotsford. Costco parking lot. CTV News written by Lisa Stacey, published on June 1st, 2025. An electric vehicle exploded and burst into flames in a Costco parking lot in Abbotsford Saturday afternoon, according to authorities. First responders were called to the big box store on Sumas Way around 1:30 p.m. for reports of a vehicle explosion. The Abbotsford Police Department said in a social media post, adding, "Fortunately, no injuries have been reported." Firefighters remain on scene for several hours, according to a statement from the city of Abbotsford. Crews arrived to a fully engulfed vehicle and were able to put out the fire quickly through the use of fire blankets and water, minimizing the spread to other vehicles, a spokesperson wrote. Crews remained on site yesterday afternoon while the vehicle continued to cool it so it could be transported off site. The cause of the fire is under investigation. The parking lot and gas stations were closed, but have since reopened. I have a short video from a Facebook person who sent this in. My personal thoughts. Do you think that EV vehicles are safe? What do you think about the new technology, hydrogen vehicles? Something to think about. I have a video on hydrogen vehicles, a new design by Toyota. And here we go.
Time at charging points. You're back on the road in minutes. In this future, your vehicle still retains the robust sound and thrill of a proper combustion engine, but without harming the planet. Toyota is not only envisioning this future, they are making it a reality. Their new hydrogen combustion engine is not only special, but it has also been described as the EV destroyer. This story begins with a man who actually loves cars, Akio Toyoda. He's unlike other CEOs. He races cars himself and believes that cars can be fun and powerful yet efficient and environmentally friendly. With him at the helm, Toyota is eager to maintain the pleasure of driving and reduce pollution. His enthusiasm is taking Toyota in a thrilling new direction. But Toyota's journey to hydrogen wasn't easy. Critics ridiculed the notion, saying hydrogen engines were inefficient, cumbersome, and even ridiculous. Electric cars were already thrilling people and commanding much attention. They wondered why Toyota didn't simply follow other automakers in producing only electric vehicles. The experts explained to them that hydrogen was difficult to utilize, extremely expensive, and would not function adequately. Everyone said it was impossible. They were argued that hydrogen combustion engines simply can't compete. Behind closed Toyota doors, there were many problems. Engines malfunctioned, prototypes stalled, and engineers worked for days without sleep. There were many changes, breakdowns, and doubts. Even members of the company doubted whether hydrogen was the right choice. But Akio Toyota was not one to let things fall apart. His strong belief in alternative ways of achieving carbon neutrality kept Toyota going even when it was tough to imagine a way out. Years went by as Toyota tackled difficult issues. They concentrated on utilizing hydrogen safely under pressure and on steadily burning it without toxic emissions. They worked hard to solve every challenge, driven by passion, imagination, and a desire to make a difference in transportation. Toyota loves to prove its critics wrong. Their engineers took a standard Corolla and transformed it into a race car that only uses hydrogen. It was just as clean, and it retained all the things drivers enjoy: speed, sound, and feel. After months of diligent effort, they got excellent results. Their engineers developed new direct injection systems that could manage the way hydrogen burns and tested safe fuel tanks for high pressure. When Toyota unveiled their Corolla fueled with hydrogen at Japanese racetracks, it was better than brilliant engineering. It was a statement. The Corolla raced. Not only that, it performed extremely well, turning sharply and accelerating rapidly like gasoline engine vehicles. Onlookers and other motorists were stunned when this hydrogen-burning car pumped out nothing more than water vapor from its tailpipe, refuting everything that people believed in regular engines. Toyota engineers embraced one another and cheered after each successful test drive, realizing they'd done what others told them they couldn't. Then Toyota stunned all of us in the automobile world. They converted hours of battery recharging into merely a couple of minutes of hydrogen fueling. That was no mere change. That was a key finding that was capable of altering automobile technology perpetually. It takes approximately 90 seconds to fill a hydrogen car, which is faster than filling up with gasoline. Just think about your family road trip. No waiting and no stress. For individuals who lead busy lives and have tight schedules, this technology makes it a cinch to fit refueling into their day. No more having to alter plans due to lengthy charging time. It's a massive boost for those who value their time and convenience, ensuring that they aren't held up by charging or battery problems. This rapid refilling is not only convenient, it is also effective and beneficial. Trucks, buses, and corporate fleets can all benefit from it. Rapid refilling stops result in seamless operations, which maximizes productivity and significantly reduces downtime. The broader implications for logistics, public transport, and business are significant, with the potential to make operations simpler and deliver quality service without compromising on sustainability. This was not only a new concept, it was a huge revolution in racing that everyday drivers were now able to participate in. It is redefining what we consider to be clean transportation and how easily it can fit into all areas of life. But why an EV destroyer? Toyota's hydrogen technology is rivaling electric car manufacturers such as Tesla. Tesla has dominated the clean car industry for decades. Refueling electric vehicles, even with improved methods, still requires time and forethought. But Toyota's hydrogen answer might put an end to all that. Hydrogen cars refuel quicker, travel farther, and provide sensations that electric motors cannot. It's not a competition, it's an unmistakable challenge to the electric car's hegemony. Tesla and other electric vehicle manufacturers now have a worthy new rival. Toyota does not wish to eliminate electric cars. It desires to provide another good, clean, and convenient alternative. Toyota is not only producing prototypes, they are investing heavily to construct hydrogen stations in Japan, Europe, and North America. Soon, motorists will no longer have to sacrifice convenience for sustainability. They will have both. Toyota has ambitious plans for quick hydrogen sports vehicles, family SUVs, and larger trucks. They envision hydrogen fuel cell vehicles as something that people will use daily, with numerous fueling stations globally. Apart from automobiles, Toyota sees hydrogen fueling entire communities, households, and even industries with a sustainable and integrated energy future. Imagine communities powered by hydrogen, pollution-free cities, and nations achieving their climate targets while enhancing their quality of life. Toyota's hydrogen vision is to create a comprehensive system delivering reliability, efficiency, and genuine sustainability to generations to come. This is not a battle against electric vehicles. It is a battle about choice, flexibility, and ensuring that no driver is left behind. Toyota is producing more than vehicles. They're providing freedom to select without compromise. Whether it's the thrill of a booming engine or the convenience of speedy refueling, hydrogen engines are promising a cleaner, improved, and more exciting driving experience tomorrow.
Fantastic news. I'm actually really excited about the hydrogen vehicles. New technology. Great stuff. Okay. Hundreds line up for Curry condo flash sale. Units discounted by 25%. Global News, written by Amy Judd, posted on June 1st, 2025. For the residents of BC's Lower Mainland, lining up for condo pre-sales isn't new, but the chance to save money brings them out in droves. Hundreds lined outside the Belvedere Presentation Center in Surrey on Saturday morning, drawn by the developer's Condo Day flash sale to find buyers for the few dozen unsold units remaining in the project. They're selling 25% lower than full price. Realtor Harmon Sandu said, "It's a really good deal." Square 9 Developments, the company behind the project, sold 700 suites over the past 2 years while the building was under construction. The owners told Global News they hope Saturday's flash sale will quickly move the remaining 75. Realtor Marie Peters, who's been in the business for 20 years, called the sale is a good tactic. Quote, condo day, close quote. "I think is going to be a number to come in the future," she said. A local market research study published last month reported more than 2,000 new condos in Metro Vancouver are sitting unsold and empty. The report predicted that total could rise to nearly 3,500 condos by the end of the year. In a statement to Global News BC, Housing Minister Ravi Kahlon said, "What matters most is making sure people can find homes they can afford. That's why we've been pushing hard to get more housing built faster and making changes to stand up for renters and first-time home buyers." The provincial government has also said it is taking steps to ensure housing is used as homes, not investments. However, many of the people Global News spoke to at Saturday's flash sale said they were buying the suites to rent out. Now, onto the video courtesy of Global News.
Outside the Belvedere Presentation Center in Surrey, people have spent a chilly, wet night.
We've been in the lineup since last night at 8 o'clock trying to get first access for this.
In years past, we saw lines like this for condo pre-sales, but this one is different.
These units were sold for full price. Now they're selling 25% lower after 3 years. It's a really good deal.
On Saturday, Square 9 Developments offered Condo Day, a flash sale offering 25% off move-in ready concrete condos.
My husband was telling me about it and we're interested in investing, and Surrey's booming at the moment. I think it's a good place to start.
I'm looking for investment. I have several in this area already.
700 suites were sold over the past 2 years while the building was under construction. The owners hope today's flash sale will quickly move the remaining 75.
Condo Day, I think, is going to be one of a number to come in the future, but I've been in real estate for over 20 years, and I think this is an anomaly, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
A recent report states that more than 2,000 new condos in Metro Vancouver are sitting unsold and empty, and it could rise to 3,500 by the end of the year. Global reached out to BC Housing Minister Ravi Kahlon, who said in a statement, "What matters most is making sure people can find homes they can afford. That's why we've been pushing hard to get more housing built faster and making changes to stand up for renters and first-time home buyers. The BC government also says it's taking steps to ensure housing is used as homes, not investments. However, many of the people we met today say they were buying the suites to rent out. One family in line is still looking to buy their first home.
In the Vancouver market, I think the housing price is much higher than most people's salary and income.
The Stewart family managed to become one of the owners.
You go into the mall to see 25% off, but you're coming into a condo buying a condo or house instead for 25% off. So it's pretty neat.
Julia Foy, Global News.
Personal thought. In the Kingdom of Canada, under natural law, there is a decree moving our kingdom to 1955 prices in all things. You can find that information on thekingdomofcanada.ca. Yes, thekingdomofcanada.ca. Do you think this is the start of the rollback of prices so that all can afford a home to live in? That's how it is. I am Cindy Lorraine Grais, and it has been an honor to have you here with me today. If you feel compelled to, please share this forum. Now, off to the end of the video, I have a video I produced at Nymph Falls on Vancouver Island with a quote from Lao Tzu and Tai Chi Ching. Enjoy, have a wonderful day, and see you on Divina Anima, Day 9, Year 0035. That's Wednesday, June the 4th, 2025. See you again.